Happy Mother's Day, everyone. How you doing? Okay, a little different today. Usually we have it on Saturday. Today on Sunday, unfortunately. But for a good reason, because we're gonna do a contest. And here's what we're gonna do. You're gonna type hashtag holistic dog training in the comments. No matter if you're on YouTube, on Facebook, on my page, and this will add to the contest. Now, here's the problem. I would like you to share it. I know we need to do something for the show too, right? So, how you all doing? Did you got breakfast in bed? Were you allowed to take your dog in bed? Kind of thing. Did you get flowers? How many flowers did you get? What your favorite color? Was it a surprise? Did you know about it? Or you didn't have anyone to wish you Happy Mother's Day? Happy Mother's Day! So, we're going to talk about different types. Any questions you guys have about your dog, your relationship, and how to improve it. We will talk about how to address certain behaviors. Hey, Paddy. Well done. So now don't forget to share so people know about it. And next Saturday, for you guys who are not following, we're going to do another show, like every Saturday, and do Q&As, questions, answers, and we can only do this Q&A if you guys are live. There, this how you kind of shine there, that frame up here, and of course, adding your hashtag holistic dog training will help me share the show and make people aware of the show. And what we look for here is to teach dog parents, step into the dog parent power, and address dog behaviors, not by correcting them. That's old school. That's very old school, like never actually been reality. But through implementing behavior healing techniques and improving the dog's relationship and helping you understand exactly what the dog is struggling with. Dogs don't do things for no reason. There's always a reason for that. And if we don't understand the reason why the dog has certain behaviors, there is no way you can address it. You're really lucky. It's kind of like Russian roulette with a drill. It's not going to work. Every time you push, something goes off. And so it's very important to look into understanding the dog's language. And I know many people says, yo, you have to learn body language and buy this book and buy the other book. But I think it's a little bit misleading because we think by reading the book we understand the language, but it's not exactly the way it is. The reality is that dogs speak an emotional language and they are basically sharing their emotions with you, and you will get feelings that are associated with your dog's behavior. The only thing you have to do is basically start opening your mind and feel it. Yep, you have to feel it. So dogs, we know more about the moon and the ocean than we know about dogs. So we have like beyond 4 million generations and beyond dogs in our human life, in a humanity life, and they help us with ascension process. And especially you as mothers, and I appreciate you for that. That's why I dedicate the show here today for you guys, is when you become a mother, you become hypersensitive to your emotions and empathy. So you're not only feeling how you feel, you also share the emotions with your baby or with your child. And on the other hand, if your child has certain emotions, you can feel it. Now, you who are mothers and still, remember those things. How many times have your child come into passing the kitchen And you're like, okay, what's up, honey? What's up, sweetie? Everything okay? Yeah, I'm good. And you're like, no, she's not. You want to talk about it? Okay, I'll check in later. And you know something is off. What is that? The body language? Of course, you see the body language of your child walking, but like, you can see kind of like the body posture. You can see that picture. Oh, by the way, for you guys who don't know, you're gonna attend the drawing to win 3 session training bundle. And to do so, you have to edit in your comments hashtag holistic dog training. Now look at Patty. Patty did it already. She wants to win that. So if you want to compete with Patty, hashtag holistic dog training. And we're gonna pick up a winner who wins. However, you're not left behind because of Mother's Day. You will be able to win 20% discount off all my online sessions because you totally deserve it to get help. And I know sometimes we put our suffering, especially you mothers, secondary. But if your dog feels good, you feel good, and a lot of pressure gets off your chart. And you know, you have a lot on your plate already. How about you get your dog training off your plate? And I'm here to help you. So, the good thing with online training is that you have your schedule. You can control your schedule whenever you want to do the training. And at the same time, you have a recording of your session. So you can go always back and check, what did it say? What? I don't remember. Oh, I can just click that, move forward and forward, and see my homework. Or see the chart, because my online sessions are pretty interactive. So I can show you charts, I can show you videos, I can actually share your video and we're going to talk about it. And at the same time, you will learn from it in the same pace your dog learns. While other training sessions train your dog and you watch, and then you're hinging behind, you're not sitting hijacking. No, you're sitting on the front seat, driving the whole thing. And I'm coaching you through the process. So the interesting part is that the dog learns everything from you, just like your child. Or did you hire a surrogate mom to train your child to be who she is right now? I know she's not perfect, but if you could have an online mom coach and you kind of like, can please anybody tell me how to get my child cleaning up after themselves? Please, God. And all of a sudden you have this person helping you out. Now I'm dealing with children, but I can help you with a dog. So anything you're struggling right now, let's do a test run. How about you share with me what you're struggling this week? Okay. And while you're typing your hashtag holistic dog training to enter the contest to win eventually your 3 session online program, you will kind of talk about a little bit about basic problems that you're going to face today and just being a little bit proactive. Okay. First of all, there are several plans that you will get for your Mother's Day that are actually toxic. And because I don't know which plans you get, and I don't know exactly where you live, I would recommend you to go online and Google the plans that you got for your name's day or for your Mother's Day and just check them out. However, because of multiple reasons, first, the damage that can happen if your dog sniffs that vase and it vase fall over, and in that vase there's already chemicals in there to contain the plants very long fresh. You want to keep them away from your dog as far as possible. And dogs have a high sense of scenting stuff. You want to keep the candles low, a little bit, and the aroma perfumes low, even if you have a visit today. The next thing is going to happen if you have visitors for lunch or dinner, sharing with your Mother's Day. And I know people cook for you, right? The breakfast, ham. Dad's in the background. Don't forget to cook the breakfast. Making coffee. Clean up after yourself and find the vacuum cleaner. I know it's hidden somewhere. Somewhere. Don't forget to charge them before you do it. So it makes good impression to mom. And organize the kids. Hey kids, how about everybody spends 5 minutes in the room cleaning up? And for your dads in the background, how about you take a dog out for a walk or clean the yard? Your moms didn't hear it. It was just for the dads. One thing that would likely happen is that your dog gets super excited about having so many people around you. And after COVID, it's likely the first mom day after COVID, Mother's Day after COVID, you will have visitors never been here before. So you want to be a little bit proactive. You want to be a little bit proactive because even though if it's your sister, mother-in-law, very best friend, your dog never met them. And so for your dog, these people are strangers. And it doesn't matter your relationship with them. For your dog, it's still a stranger, it's still a danger. And usually because many of those people have never met your dog, they were very excited. Some of you guys have puppies. Some of you have already adult dogs. They're already a year old. And it can be a lot for them to handle. So step number one, if your dog has any signs of anxiety, separation anxiety, resource guarding, any behaviors that you're supposed already to type in here, like Marian Phoenix already did, you should already consider a backup plan. Backup plan number one. Do you remember the crate that you have in the backyard, in the garage? How about you bring them up? Tell your husband, your kids, hey, your kids, can you bring me the crate from the garage? Set it up in a room, in your bedroom maybe, set it up and help your dog have fun in there. Make something chewy, something super yummy, this magic mom treat, and have your dog hang in there a little bit, as many times as you can, and then take them out for a quickie playtime, and then back in a crate hanging out. Other things you can use is a baby gate. Perfect. I know some of you have a baby gate somewhere hidden. You want to set it up now in a room that is not in between the living room and the bathroom. Remember that. Why? Because if your dog is there behind the gate and people passing by to go to the bathroom, it will be kind of like, you don't want that. So you want to keep that as far away room as possible. Now, for you guys who are dogs, are kind of very excitable in the beginning and you have small kids running around, the dog gets super excited, he will run around, jumping around, and eventually throw a child over. So you want to create a 3-second rule that the dog will come out with a leash, meet each person, get from each person a treat on schedule, and then go out potty, and then go back into the room. So one important thing that I see happens all the time wrong, especially those short introductions, is the dogs are being forced to meet. Yep, that's what's happening. They are dragged by the leash, lured into the situation that they cannot handle. So what is called here for is the dog make a choice to come up to the person, and the person should offer the treat and not luring the dog to come to him and then reaching out. And people should not pet your dog. No, I know they cannot resist because your dog is so cute. Fluffy, cute faces, nice shiny coat. Don't touch it. Nope, not touching. You see that hand? Don't touch it, right? Everybody who touches your dog gets $1. No, you get $1. Everybody who touches your dog, you get $1. Okay, you can up the price, like $5. And everybody who doesn't listen has to do chores, cleaning the dishes, cutting the lawn, kind of stuff, right? Make sure everybody knows about it. And the reason why is because usually what's going to happen if a person reach out too fast on the dog and the dog is not aware of, he's going to snap. Either way, he gets overwhelmed with that hand reaching out. But if the hand offers a treat, hand, right? and the dog goes up and takes the treat on his own free will without being reached out, then the dog can move away from there. So make that a ritual. Okay? Any questions to that? Type in the comments. So, uh, Marian, how do I help my dog to stay back until I say the name and have them sit or lay down, then treat? There is often three muzzles coming in for a treat. Well, in order to do that, Miriam, you have to teach, first of all, the name. What does the name mean? Usually people really abuse the name. Imagine if your dog does something bad. How do you call your dog? Fluffy. No, leave it, drop it. Fluffy come always first. And then you ask Fluffy, the first name, your dog will likely associate the name with something negative, and then he has to think about it. However, if you want to teach your dog to sit and stay and come when called, it's kind of tricky and kind of needs a lot of work. Okay, I will not be able to solve your problem right now, but you can start doing stuff. Each individual dog needs to learn what stay means. Stay means be patient. And stay means don't move until further instructions. So don't force your dog, you know, leash up and butt down, forcing thing. No, you're not that kind of mom. Okay. But what you can do is you can teach your dog a safe place, his bed, a special rug dedicated to your dog. And then you lure your dog into the rug, make a U shape circle. So let the dog walk in a circle, and then offer your hand like this. So your dog is here, you make a circle, and then have your dog sit down and then lay down, okay, by using the head as a starting point. Then you go right there to the front legs and then create an L shape so your dog follows the lead and then he's forced to lay down. Once that is set, you teach the dog to stay and then move back and say come. First round. Second round, two couple of times. Second round, you're going to say stay, move step backwards, 5 seconds, and then you free your dog using a specific word. Free, come. And free means release the dog. That's the further instructions. And come is an action command. So now the dog learns that he has to remain calm and you will call him. So he can see in the future, instead of looking forward to move, he will look forward to listen, right? And then you can start teaching your dog's name. Name, come. But to do that, you will not be able to use the name anytime again for negative intentions. You can use the word only for good intentions. So you're going to say name and give your dog a treat. You're going to use your dog's name and give your dog a treat. Name and treat. Name and treat. 10 rounds. Then you're going to say name, take the treat and toss it in a direction. And you're going to call it, go get it. And then you're going to call your dog's name and tell him to come. Good. He gets a treat. And then you say name, toss the treat. Dog runs, you say name, come, sit, stay. Good. Thank you for staying so long. Here's your treat. So you reward the name and the action. So name indicates something important is coming, right? Name, something important is coming. Now the other dogs are in another room. And now you work with the other dogs. Okay? So that's what you do. And work on it a little bit. Okay? So next question. Tiffany, see? Holistic dog training. She knows what to do. Okay, she types hashtag holistic dog training. My Great Pyrenees Jake is almost 7 months old. I love his unique personality, right? Great dogs. We also have an older Shih Tzu, and 2 other children ages 5 and 6. Jake is 75 pounds and plays rough. What can I do to teach him gentle play? Hmm, Mother's Day today. Call your husband. Honey, there's something in for you here today. Let them join that because I'm directing that to your husband and you at the same time. Okay? So, ready? Is your husband here? Give me a thumbs up. Tiffany, if your husband is here, give me a thumbs up so I know that I can start. Who else husband is watching? Marianne. Yep, smart thinking. Okay, so here's what you're gonna do. Your dog gets excited, and when he gets excited, he roughhouse. The important part is to teach a dog that excitement is gonna stop the game, and there is an upper limit of excitement. And how do you see excitement? You know how it looks like. Is when you can predict what's gonna happen next is not what you want, right? So now, 5 and 6-year-old, you don't want them to feel victimized in the house. So you will keep the kids apart for now and start the first exercise. As I mentioned before, you're going to use the dog's name and you're going to give a treat. Name and treat. Name and treat. We're going to associate the name equals treat. But that means you cannot just call your dog's name if he does something wrong. Only if you want your dog's attention. So name doesn't mean punishment or reward. It will mean pay attention. Okay. Now, once we have that set, you can watch the video before that I just did. Then we're going to teach the dog doggy ping pong, which means mom, dad. Okay. Dad, daddy. Okay. Not. So, mom calls the dog. Fluffy, come. Fluffy goes here, gets the treat. Dad calls, Fluffy, come. Now the dogs get excited about it. Once he figures out that the faster he gets there, the faster he gets the treat, we're going to help him to settle down a little bit. So the goal of that exercise is A, to burn energy back and forth, and then is to pay attention. Remember the cues. Okay? So the first exercise would be remembering that your name will get attention, and attention followed by an action cue. And then after the action cue is performed, you get reward. You get only rewarded performing the cue. So if you say come and your dog comes, he gets a treat. Then we're going to up the price a little bit. We're going to ask sit in that game. Name, come, sit, good, treat. Now, I would like you to watch the front legs. Front legs, one forward means I'm about to explode in my stressors. If the dog is calm, he has 2 feet next to each other, parallel. You remember, on your marks, ready, go, and we're already like this. You don't want your dog to be on the marks. You want your dog to be chill. And chill means ears low, not up, soft posture, shoulders low, feet next to each other. That you will reward. Good, treat. Okay? And then the next person calls. Name, come, sit, chill. Good, reward. Okay? And then we're going to teach him down. You come, you sit, you lay down. And now you stop rewarding. The game itself becomes the reward. So if you want to be rewarded and you get the things right, then you get affection, right? So stop the food reward, implement affection. Affection means petting. Facial expression, the word good, emotional feedback. Okay, I'm going to start with food though. So next time your dog comes up, you give him the treat. At the same time you pet him. Let him stick with your hand a little bit. Good job. Perfect. Let him see how it looks like being awesome, right? Appreciate your dog. Good. So you have 3 rewards. Emotional feedback, your feelings, your facial expressions are a marker. The word good is a marker. The food is a reward. and your affection is the reward. You have 3 rewards and 2 markers. Important. Okay? And once that game is to perfection, we're gonna call the kids into the game. So mom has a child and dad has a child, and now we're gonna do this doggy ping pong as a family. One, the dad calls the dog over, and once the child calls the dog over. And remember, keep it simple for the kids. Don't make it complicated, right? Start simple things, right? And then once the dog gets that routine in that it comes when called, then you guys create a star or a square or a circle. How many kids you have, the better kids. The more kids you have, the better it is, right? And then we're gonna do the following. Unpredictably, you're gonna call the dog's name. Tell them randomly what to do. He doesn't do it, he's not getting it. Okay? So, sitting is the simple things. And I would like you to watch what your dog likes to do. He likes to shake a paw. Do that second. First sit though. First sit, then shake a paw. He likes to nudge. Nudge your hand. Touch. Dog nudges your hand. Good. Treat. And so you can play those random things. Remember, the goal here is for the dog to remember the cues that you said that had to happen. If your dog lays down while you ask him to sit, you're not rewarding. You basically look away from it. That's not what I ask you to do. And if you see that your dog gets stuck, then mom or dad step in. Call the dog to you instead. So if you see the dog get stuck and he doesn't remember before he gets nervous and overly excited, you're going to call him back. So now when the dog is played off and burned off his energy, then you're going to take out for a walk. Have a short leash for you and a long leash for your kids. Like 4 foot for your kids and let's say like a 6 foot for your kids and a 4 foot for you. I would like you to put both leashes on your dog and have your child walk your dog and you as a backup are with him. Now if your dog pulls on the leash, it's not a good chance, but you can do this in the yard. Have your child walk with your dog walking around in the yard with a leash. It's a great exercise for both. The dog creates that family sensation and we empower the child to start being a little bit in control. Make sense? Good. Okay. Any questions to that in the comments? You like it? Thumbs up. You love it? Give me a heart. And I know you will share it because why would you keep it for yourself? Right? Mother's Day, you want to share love and those videos, right? So, Patty, my 3-year-old Pyrenees gets way too excited with visitors in my home. He acts obsessed with wanting to be with anyone that enters because he's so big. It is dangerous to my mom and others when they visit. I put him in his crate, which is typically likes but fights like crazy to get out. Yeah, to jump on visitors. I'm pretty strong, but Oliver is just too excited. Okay, here's what's going on. Patty, you rely on your powers, these powers, but you should rely on your parenting powers. So when dogs jump on people, it's because in your case, your dog he wants to control the situation. So it's a need to control before it controls him. So we're going to teach him a 3-second rule, and we're going to need your husband. So, Patty, time to call your husband. Honey, I got something for you. Okay? Give me a thumbs up when your husband is here. If your husband is not present in the house, then give me a heart, I guess. I'm not taking personally, though. Okay? So, what we're going to do now is we need the dog to recognize what to do. For that, you're going to take a couple of treats. Perfect. Hey, anyone wants a great mom? Patty. Sorry. You're going to take a couple of treats and move backwards with one dog at a time. Okay? Not all the dogs, just one. So you move backwards. Your dog is following you, right? That you call come. And then Once your dog is following you, you say good, you pull a treat out of your pocket and hold it there. Does your dog jump up? That hand moves away. Imagine that this hand has to become simultaneously as your dog jumps up. Synchronicity is being called here. So the dog becomes aware of the action reaction. Don't do this and then treat your hand. It has to happen as your dog intends to jump up. Okay, that's an important key. Once the dog does, calms down, then you give him a treat, and then you move again backwards. So choose a space that you have. You can go actually in circles. Don't get dizzy about it. He comes up, he sits, he gets a treat. Then we're going to give affection. Your dog comes up, he sits, treat and affection. So what we do now basically is we teach the dog to understand a concept. We teach him a concept. The concept is if you want to get what I have, it starts with sitting. Sitting starts with something no matter how much you want it. Okay? The next thing we're going to work is at the door. Now I would like you to move your way back to the door backwards. Sit, you stop, your dog sits, he gets a treat. Move backwards, you stop, your dog sits, he gets a treat. Now I would like you to open the door and close the door. Your dog sits, he gets another treat. He moves up, you close the door, you ask him to go back. For that case, I would like you to wear a leash, a long leash, like 6 feet plus, and put it around your wrist. The reason why is because you're going to open the door and you don't want the dog to bolt out, just a safety feature. One other thing you can do is you can, if you have a long leash or you have a baby gate or something, you want to block that door hallway up. So if you have a hallway, you want to block that up with a baby gate. It's important. So then what you're going to do is you close the gate, ask your dog to stay, go back to the door, open the door, go outside, close the door, open the door, come back in. If your dog sits, he gets a treat. If it doesn't, you remain in distance. Don't go closer. 9, nick's good. Don't go closer until your dog sits because your dog wants you. So you are the reward. The treat becomes the bonus. Okay? Now, once we have that set, then I would like you to get dressed, super official, do your magic, stuff that you do, and grab your keys, open the door, leave, close the door, walk down the hallway, get in the car, start the engine, roll back and forth. Your dog thinks you're leaving, and then you come back. You open the door, and voila, here it goes again. Oh, mommy's back, mommy's back. What are you going to do? You open the door, and you stay there. You don't close the door. You're with the open door at the door jamb and watch that happening. It happens like that. You walk up, close the door. You open the door, see if still that happens, close the door. You open the door, no jumping. You close the door, you walk towards your dogs. Your dog jumps, you move backwards, you stop, you wait for the dog to calm down. Simultaneously, if your dog does this, you already is doing that. So if your dog jumps, you go backwards. Don't turn your back. No, don't turn your back. I like you to turn away. Your dog stops jumping, you look back. He's on his 4 legs, you can look at him. He's not on his 4 legs, you're not looking at your dog. And as your dog remains calm, you can proceed to get closer to that baby gate. Keep that exercise short. Don't stretch it too long. Don't expect too much. I'd rather have you work on that slowly, than too quickly and fail your dog. Okay? So start slowly with that exercise. It can take you a day or 2 or 3, right? Don't rush it. If your dog jumps and breaks, meaning is you went too quickly. Dogs can only handle a certain amount of stressors per minute. Okay? And then you want to imagine a dog has only 7 events that he can handle per hour. So keep it low. That's the first exercise. Then you're going to bring people that your dog knows. You are on the other side of the gate. People come in. The door is open, People come in and they stay at the door jump, do exactly as you did. So walk them through the process. At the door outside, you will have a pin, okay, a thumbtack, and you're gonna thumbtack dog treat bag in a Ziploc bag at the door jump on it. So a person comes in, opens the bag, gets his treat out, right? Give him instructions, okay, and you're gonna teach him that. So meanwhile, we gonna start our process to find out who's gonna win. For that, I would have you guys make sure that you put your hashtag holistic dog training in the comments. Okay? And then we're gonna do a draw. How to do a draw? I have a book, by the way, super awesome. I can share the link with you. The book is Chaser, Unlocking the Genius of the Dog Who Knows 1,000 Words. Your mother's gift that I would like you to order. I'm going to share the link in the comments. And I will go through this here, and I'm going to stop in a page. I'm going to read you a part of that book. But the page number will tell me how many lines I have to repeat myself until I find the hashtag. And that will be the winner. Only one hashtag per person. Don't cheat, okay? So, are you guys ready for it? Oh, meanwhile, let me share that screen with you because I think it's important for you to know that all of you, and if you read the description, train your dog holistically and reach his highest potential, and you get 20% off all individual training sessions until May 15. Okay, now go to the website, go to the website bit.ly, so bit.ly, /holisticmom20, and you end up on this website that you can schedule any session that you want. And at checkout, you're going to use your redeem code MOM20. You got it? MOM20 would be the redeem code. Okay? So if it doesn't work for any reason, don't hesitate. Message me and let me know. My link doesn't work. No problem. I'll fix it for you. I'll help you out. Okay? Sometimes things don't go over as planned, especially if we get anxious about stuff. Okay? So, back to the comments. Let's go through the comments. Are you guys ready? Who is ready? Give me a heart. Like, the emoji hearts. Not in the comments. Yeah, you can put it in the comments too. But you can also put your emoji selections. Good. Anyone? Yep, here we go. Are you guys ready? Okay. I'm going to go through this book. Let's get away from here a little bit. Up. I'm going to the book. Da, 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 da. Doodly doo 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 doo. Here it is. Ta-da! Okay. Sorry, my English. I'm gonna try to read as much as I can. Okay. Sally kissed the puppy, put her down on the floor, then returned to me and said, "What about a nice breakfast on this special day?" Jesus. It's kind of like I knew to pick the right page. Right? So, when I first met Sally, she was a student nurse in Philadelphia General Hospital, and I was a seminary student doing a counseling tutorial with one of the hospital chaplains. I was immediately captivated by her petite beauty, her overall face framed by short brown hair under the double frill cap that Philadelphia general nurses wore, but also by the way she was jousting with a patient. She was in a psychiatric ward, and it moved me to see how Sally was giving an obviously very troubled man a few moments of relaxed fun. Her hair was turned white, but is in throughout our marriage, she can still josh me out for a troubled state of mind with her reddened brown eyes, her loving smile, and her unfailing common sense. It is about dogs, but, you know, let the puppy be puppy is the title of that chapter, and it is page 49. So 49, 4 and 9 is 13. And I'm going to count down 13 times your comments. And I'm going to pick up who is the number 13. So 1, 2, 3. Only 3? Oh, man. What about the other guys? 4, 5, 6. Okay. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And we have a lucky one. Look at you, Miriam Phoenix. You won the training program. Who is awesome? Marian Phoenix, awesome. Marian, tell me a little bit about you. Let people know about you. Type in the comments. What makes you be a special mom with your dogs? What are your superpowers? What are your Marian dog superpowers? Congratulations. So what you won, you basically won, and let me pull it up for you so you know what you won actually. Up. Let me show it up for you so you guys know what you win, just in case you want to join next time. I'm going to share the page with you. Here we go. So let me share screen, window, top window. There you go. So, do you see what I see? I'll make it bigger. There you go. So, what you see here, make it a little bit bigger, is you win a training program. So I'm going to click in here and let's go to your program. Ta-da! So, you won basically a Mending on a Budget program. I'm going to scroll down and find out what that is. Where is it? Oh, over here somewhere. There you go. So this is an online 3 training session bundle. This bundle will solve simple behavior issues through several engaging and enlightening training sessions with everybody involved. The Mending on a Budget bundle consists of functional behavior assessment, online follow-up session, and on-demand troubleshooting session. Kids over 5 years are welcome to attend. Okay? So, that you just won. Awesome, right? Good. And next, what you else won is, if you go again to those website, where is it? Here we go. And if you win the individual sessions, I'm going to share that screen you so you know what you get when you use your discount code. Here we go. Right? So your discount code will be MOM20. You have an initial training session. You can have a behavior assessment. You can have Roman to the rescue, a short session. And you can also get a special healing session for your dog. And then other fun stuff. For example, a synergistic archetype reading for your dog and your family, all your members. And then here are the training bundles, just in case you want to interested. And then you have the behavior modification bundles. So this all you can get using your discount code MOM20 at checkout. How do you feel about that? It's awesome, right? So let's check in with Miriam, who introduced herself. Talk about the lucky one. I have two service dogs. I'm on mobility, medical, and psych for myself. One of my dog de Bordeaux, I guess, for medical and psych. I'm also a pet sitter, and I have four awesome human kiddos. Congratulations! I think this is your day today. Super day, right? Thank you so much, guys, for attending and asking your super questions. How do you like it? How do you like this kind of Q&A where you can ask questions and learn at the same time? So much stuff, right? So congratulations to Miriam for winning that. And what else do we have here? There's a new comment somewhere. I can find it. Yay! Awesome, right? Good. So, are you gonna see you guys next Saturday? And don't forget, you go to the website. Let me get away from the comment parts. Okay, so you're gonna go here. You see my mouse? I don't think you're gonna see my mouse, but anyway, you go down to this page, bit.ly backslash holistic mom 20, or you go to my website, holisticdogtraining.org, click on training, scroll down and find online training, click on that, and then choose one of the online sessions and use your discount code MOM20 until May 15 to get 20% off all the training sessions. Okay, so you're welcome. Yep, you better use it. Amy, you're welcome. So who else is watching here, and where are you guys watching from? We are in Eugene, Oregon, and I wish you guys happy Mother's Day. Oh, thank you for sharing, Patty. And all this up, of course. You're welcome. And see you guys next Saturday. And you're in San Antonio. Uh-huh. And you're in Ogden, Utah. Ooh, okay. That's far away from here. Everything is far away from here. Yeah, I'm about 20 miles away from Eugene. But I'm right here, right now, in your living room. And how do you feel you got help today? How do you feel these little online live things did help you today? Right? So imagine how much help you can get if we kind of sit down and talk about things one on one over distance. And I can see you doing things with your dog, and you can see me doing things with my dog, and you will be the best dog mom ever, right? And reaching your dog's potential. And unfortunately, many people think that you need force and be strict, right? It's not always working. And yeah, I do focus on positive training. And I like to explain to you as like I would like to explain to your dog. So if you don't understand the concept, and I know I'm not using scientific, words, they're kind of too complicated. They're all over the place. um, I wanted to break it down for you very simple. You don't have to be a scientist to do dog training. You just be yourself. And all you have to do is become aware of your dog's emotions, associating emotions with gestures and gestures with body language, and all of a sudden you will see and recognizing dog's context. And imagine that the dog's language is not just the body language. It's not just you see a dog wagging tail. You have to understand the context of that. You have to become simultaneously aware of what the dog is experiencing to understand what exactly he's talking about. A simple example. Your dog looks at you, the dog looks at the door. What does he want? Anyone? The dog looks at you, the dog looks at the door. What does he want? Another example. The dog wags his tail but barks aggressively towards a person who is at the door. What does wagging tail mean? You see, simple things, and people don't think about that. So, resolving the first the question, where the dog is looking at you and looking at the door, I have a problem with the door. It doesn't mean I want to go out. It doesn't mean there's somebody out there. It means I have the problem with the door. If the door problem is not solved, I cannot proceed to my next problem that I have. Right? So if your dog goes and looks at you at the door, you need to know, what does he want to do next? Do you or do you not open that door? And sometimes we act out of guilt. Oh, he needs to go outside. No, he doesn't want to go outside. He wants you to open the door. The question is, why does he want to go outside? The why is what matters. What is outside that he wants so badly to go? And then you remember, oh, shoot, he hasn't been out for bathroom yet. Oops. Right? And then the other example, for he's wagging his tail while he's barking aggressively towards a person. Many people says, well, he's wagging his tail, he's happy to meet that person, but for some stupid reason he's barking aggressively. Go figure, dogs, you have no. Wrong. The dog is A, territorial, B, guarding you. However, either way, he's proud of what he's doing. If his tail is up and wagging, I'm doing my job here. I'm super confident doing my job. Can you see my tail, how confident I am? I'm very confident. Yeah, my tail is super up, right? Or I'm just confident. Or I'm kind of confident. Or the tail is under the belly. I'm not freaking confident at all. I'm unconfident. So you see the tail wagging in different areas, in different ways, means a lot. Plus, if you look at a dog from behind and you see that tail wagging, what if the tail wags but only in half direction? Only in one direction, not at the other. Nobody told you that? Huh. Well, I guess you have to attend next Saturday because we're going to talk about dogs' body languages, and we're going to do a series going through individual body parts and what they mean. So imagine the dog's body language is a letter, not a word. And putting those letters together in a sentence will make the meaning of that sentence. And in a context of how the dog emotionally feels about that situation, he shows you the particular language, you're going to get a screenshot of how your dog feels in that situation. And because dogs respond based how they feel, it's important for you to recognize how my dog feels is how he will react. And if the dog doesn't have morals and ethics in place, his excitement to react to the situation can become anxiety, and anxiety usually gets dogs into a problem, and the problem likely ends up in a bite or in an injury or in somebody gets scared, and you don't want that. So it's very important for us to recognize all these individual pieces of the language and how we are relating to each other. Because if you're not aware how you relate your dog with your dog in a particular situation, that what your dog is doing may be taken out of context, and you will translate that wrong and respond wrong, which means the dog will have a problem, right? And so you see, when we do behavior modification and the difference between behaviors and a trainer literally wants to teach the dog things, right? How to do things. A behaviorist teaches you how to see situations, how to evaluate your dog in a situation, how to understand all these contexts and concepts, what your dog is struggling with, and then we will be able to offer the right help, because all the dog wants is to get out of trouble, right? Or have his problem resolved, whatever that is. So thanks for watching again, and hope to see you next Saturday, 9 o'clock Pacific time, right? Bye.